Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, TRIFIVE Guy, and this is part 2 of the installation of the floor pan in my brother's backyard 57 Chevy. And please like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. So guys, this is the inner rocker for a 55 through 57 Chevy or Pontiac. I think this one's a Sherman by the looks of it. Golden Star make a better quality, I would say. I don't think the thickness of the material is any thicker. I just think the stampings are more like the original. They've just got like a few faint stampings in them. It'll do if you're just trying to fix it, but as far as originality, I would go for the Golden Star. But you know, these work. They're about $45 off eBay. So guys, what I do is I weld the inner rocker from the outside of the car. I don't weld it from the inside. Sure, from the inside you can't see it, the welds from the outside, but the thing with that is grinding them. Just a pain to get to grind them. So I rather do all the repair, you know, if I do filler work on it from the outside of the car. It's just easier than getting underneath of it with all the sparks, and you know, it's just easy to weld and easy to grind when it comes to time to that. Unless you've got, you know, a spot welder. If you're just going to MIG it on there, I mean, this is the way I would do it. That's me now. I've also got the outer brace here for the rear brace. And that's pre-drilled, ready to go. Both ends, I plug weld them from the inside. And that goes over this part. So yep, I'm just going to get ready to install the inner rocker now. There it is, I've got the inner rocker in. And when it comes to this seat brace over here, it kind of like dangles once everything's all stripped. And you've got to reattach it to the inner rocker there. So what I do is, if you can, get the frame level across here, because that seat's got to sit pretty well parallel to whatever that is. So that's what I do, is to get my location over here. Over here, this is already sitting on the frame in two positions. So one position here, one position there. So that has to be right over there. But when it comes to this one, well, this one dangles. So whatever this angle, if that's perfectly flat and true and square, level, sorry, that should be the same. And once you've achieved that, weld that over onto the inner rocker. So I'll tack weld the inner brace into position there. Next, get that all tacked in and welded up, and then continue welding, you know, spot welding the rest of the inner rocker on. And yeah, I'll be back. So, the inner rockers spot welded into place. There's the inner rocker in there. Also, that's a 1 inch lowering block there. That's just to support that from keeps on flexing up and down, so kind of like hold it where it's sort of supposed to be. I welded this section too. I'll give you a look at that. So the rear brace repair section's in where it's supposed to be. It just makes that area all solid again. So next thing to do is I'm going to get the other half floor. I'm going to lay it in there. Then I'm going to raise the car back up. And I'm going to trace where the braces are. Put the pan in, get underneath, just mark the whole pan, and then you can tell where the spot welds are. And I kind of like put a little mark sideways, right where there's a, you can see it here, there's a spot weld. So from the underneath, I kind of like make a little mark so I know where the spot welds were. Come in 3/8 of an inch from where I marked on both sides, drill a 3/16 hole, and put the floor back in. And then once you get that all set up, you can weld the floor pan to the braces. And you can see I welded on this side, and then when I get up on a lift or something, I'll do the other side of that. But I've done the inside, you can probably tell there, plug welded it, and you can see the penetration. And then of course it's welded to the inner rocker on that side. So getting there. Alright. So I've got all the floor clamped into place. And now I'm going to get underneath. I'm gonna mark the underneath the floor pan. So it just needs to be marked where those braces are underneath the floor pan, so you can drill out the holes. I'll be back with that. So guys, I removed the floor pan back out and started drilling the holes. Like I said, about 3/8 inch in from the line. And there they are, they're all drilled right where the members are. Just be careful when you drill. All the burrs on the other side will be sharp. They are sharp, so make sure you carefully turn it over and deburr it. Alright, I'll just stick it back in. Okay, I'll just put it back in now. So guys, I got the floor back in. Everything lined up pretty good actually. All the holes lined up where they should have. These floors are great, they really are, but not every hole lines up in the punched holes in the floor pan. Generally pretty good, but sometimes, just a little bit out where the seat bolts or where the body bolts go through. Sometimes they're out a little bit, but overall it's sitting where it's got to sit, and I'm happy with that so far. Now I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but this floor pan was already welded in. This one here has got a recess in here, as you can see. It dips down. Obviously you've got to have this one in before you put that one, because that one sits over this one, but luckily I didn't weld it completely. The only reason I went ahead and put that one is because my brother had bought that one first and before we got this one. So I said, well, we can weld it and just leave it a little bit looser. And it tucked under okay, but obviously it's better if you put the driver floor pan in first and then put on the passenger. But once that's all down, we're going to weld across that. So there it is there. Got that pretty well where it's supposed to. When I come back, I'll show you the welded in floor pan. Guys, at this stage, the floor pan's sitting in, obviously, and I've tack welded most of it, not all of it, but I'm going to completely weld up the middle here. That gets completely welded. I've done that side over there, and I've got to do this side and tack weld these front edges, and I've got to fully weld the front as well. Don't forget, I cut that lip off so I didn't have to attach the spot welds to the front. So it's all going together. got most of it spotted in, so that's the next thing I'll do. But I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm pretty much going to just be finish welded. So yeah, it's come up all right. It's definitely better than it was. I've got to also not forget to weld that in there, but that'll be done. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I'm sure I'll show you it finished, completely finished on another video. But we've got some other plans for this thing coming up. A lot of guys have been doing a two-door conversion on 57s and 55s, 56s, and I've done a couple before. So we're going to do it to this one, but we're going to use brand new aftermarket quarter panels. So basically, look out for that video. It'll be coming up in the next, you know, in the next couple of months, if not earlier. And don't forget, this is the backyard build, so you know, it's all going to be done outdoors as much as we can. Only because I've got no room anywhere else. But like I said, we're going to do a two-door conversion. They come off from underneath the trunk. They come up about here and through here, and down, obviously down the front door jamb. They move back about 6 inches, and yeah, you get the complete outer quarter panel. So my brother, he's going to order this quarter panel first because I've got a good door in there, so we're going to give it a go. Tell me what you think about that, guys. You know, sure, you can get a two-door shell. They're basically all the same. The only difference is one's a 4-door, one's a 2-door. There's no different in the wheelbase. There's no different in the roof structure. There's no different on the way the quarter panels attach. Like I said, look out for that video. And don't forget, guys, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I notice a lot of guys are watching the videos but not subscribing, which is cool, but you know, you help me out. I appreciate it. I can make more content. Anyway, like I said, see you on the next one.